year kickoff shows WWE, no wrestling, no likey. What the hell's that smell, everybody? It smells like cowboy boot leather, it smells like lube, and it smells like nightmares. Let me go and check what this is all about. It's John O'Clock! Get in there! Yes, that Texas two-stepping twatty cannot stay away, everybody, especially when the lady who was doing the voiceover for the opening promo sounded so damn saucy. You wanna get lucky? She says. It wasn't AJ Styles, I swear, but no doubt about it, upon hearing that very saucy voice, I bet JBL was thinking, "Fwah! She's got muscles, Maggle." Shotzi Blackheart, more like botchy wet fart. And yes, I know she just goes by Shotzi these days, dear viewer, but if I was to stand here in front of you right now and say Shotzi, more like botchy, that would have been fine also. But when it comes to botchy wet fart, we're kicking things off in the moment where she pays tribute to Kate Bush. She's running up that ladder and then hitting the softest DDT I have seen since I did one of my lovely little teddy bear, Mr. Snuggles, on my bed yesterday afternoon. I share too much. And then, of course, we have the bit where she doesn't realise that when a ladder is in a professional wrestling ring, it's not nailed down to the mat. So when you twat a human being off one of those ladders, they're gonna fall down like a tower of Mo Fwao and Jenga. And imagine doing those two big whoopsies while Nick Khan, yes, the Grim Reaper himself, is in the front row with his kids. Nick, have mercy on her soul, by God. And here's the noise I made when Liv Morgan went all Evil Knievel up in that son of a bitch. Ah! I'm telling you, the margin for error there is smaller than my dick, and that thing's tiny. I tell you, I share too much, and I don't know why. And how the hairy bollocks, in the word of Sheamus, did Liv Morgan do the spot to set up the finish to that match? And I don't know about you at home, but I was thinking to myself, if this entire professional wrestling thing goes tits up for Liv Morgan, she has a very promising career in waiting as a window cleaner. After watching that last night, there is no doubt, whatever the angle, that bloody window's getting cleaned.
Made a great mistake, Corey.
Direct quote from Saucy Corey this time when he says, and now Liv Morgan has the luxury of 1 year to cash in her money in the bank. That's what these effing marks think, Corey. But industry experts, such as you and I, we should know that when it comes to women's money in the bank and the briefcase itself, it's a bastard hot potato. And the winner actually gets a bag of wine gums if they go out to cash their briefcase within 24 hours of winning the bastard thing. That's the reason why Carmella is still, as we're stood here today, the only lady to have held the briefcase for longer than 1 day, because quite frankly, she knows that when it comes to wine gums, a second on the lips is a lifetime on the hips.
Made a great mistake, Corey.
So after Carmella was rained on by a fan in a moment which I guess was not supposed to happen during her entrance, put your money away, you monster. She's not a bloody stripper. Corey Graves, he brings things back to the wholesome, so he does. He reckons that if Carmella defeats Bianca Belair and wins the Raw Women's Championship, they'll go off and renew their wedding vows. Oh, how lovely. He then says, and I quote, Triple H told me about a real romantic spot here in Vegas. I mean, nothing says love like drugging your significant other, driving them to a drive-through chapel and having them wedge you against their will because they're conked out, Triple H, you dirty bastard. And on top of that, of course, those cheeky scamps in Vegas, they'll take money for anybody who wants to get married, won't they? Well, they're like, what are they? Who put that there? I'll eat your face. Burn it all with fire. The card, Lily, the cute little roller skates. Make sure Alexa Bliss is safe and sound first and foremost, but after that it's taken care of, burn it all with fire. Burn those two with fire as well. What the bloody hell are those? The Usos, I hear you say. They're not the Usos, they are the Pusos. Yes, I don't say that lightly. They are the Pusos. They are crap. Stop using them, man, and just burn them with fire. Jesus Christ, you could park a bus under that shoulder. I was thinking to myself, before this entire thing up here, I feel like a weatherman now, this entire thing in the northeast of the country was turned into a professional wrestling angle. But the real WTF moment here, dear viewer, is the fact that we've seen it all before when it comes to the Usos in this sort of angle. Yet they didn't do what they normally do last night, therefore WTF. All clear now, yes? In the past on SmackDown, we've seen a screwy finish involving the Usos. A referee comes out and corrects the one in the ring, the match starts again. Then you go back to last year when the Usos were feuding with the Mysterios, and there was a match where they did some screwy bollocks with the referee. The Usos go backstage, they complain to Adam Pearce books a rematch for the end of the same show, and neither of that happened last night, therefore WTF. It's only a WTF moment because as we're stood right here, the big rematch is not yet booked for SummerSlam, therefore until it is, it's a qualified quality WTF moment. And right at this moment of that spooky promo last night, let me tell you, dear viewer, I was rock hard because I was thinking slap my arse and call me Gertrude, spit on my face, daddy. Bray Wyatt, brother Bray, is coming back to WWE. And yes, if you're late here, I am Bray Wyatt's illegitimate brother. He said himself on Twitter, being illegitimate is fun. And then at this moment of that same spooky promo last night, I am on the verge of blarting everywhere because I'm thinking, is that a buzzard? Is that a crow? Is that some sort of birdie reference to Bray Wyatt? Is it actually the wings that were on Edge's Titantron during this early part of the year in 2022? I don't know. I'm excited either way though. Then we have the references to Jeff Hardy, to Bubba Ray Dudley, to Eddie Guerrero, and also to Kurt Angle with the gold medal. All big feuds of Edge. Therefore, I'm putting my money on Edge making a big return to the WWE soon. And on top of that, you go back to the start of the spooky promo, you see the big graffitied walls. And to me, that was a reference to way back in the day when Edge was making his first debut in the WWE when he was a spooky goth on the streets with poems. But then again, there's me boner. It started to creep back up, so it did. What the hell am I doing in my life? I've got no idea. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt back in the day, he attacked Kurt Angle, didn't he? Bray Wyatt teamed with Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy, who is the brother of Jeff Hardy, of course. Jeff Hardy, who wore those arm things. And if you go way back to 2015, who were the Wyatt family feuding with? Well, it was the Dudley Boys. So then, since I'm a massive slut, I'm putting this in my SummerSlam 2022 pictures. On one side of the ring, Damian Priest and Finn Balor, the Judgment Day, takes on the tag team of Edge and Bray Wyatt, the Fun Men. It's a good name, isn't it? A sharpshooter on Bret Hart's niece while doing a Shawn Michaels pose on Bret Hart's birthday, Ronda Rousey. What a bitch. I told you, everybody. I told you. Hot potato, Liv Morgan loves wine gums. In fact, my sources tell me in my ear right now that before she cashed in on Ronda James Cuthbert Rousey's sorry arse, she ate the entire packet of wine gums. And if you didn't watch the first part of this video, what I've just said there makes no sense. So if you did skip the first part of this video, I've got two words for you. Suck it! And then we learn while we're watching this beautiful moment where Liv Morgan wins the SmackDown Women's Championship. That's a weird thing to say, but at least WWE, they're creating new stars, and Liv Morgan, she's one of them. That's a good thing. We learn that Liv's mother and her sister are at ringside and we're making a WTF moment in the best and most respectful way possible out of Liv Morgan's mother's real name, potentially. You see, if Liv Morgan's mother uses the same surname that Liv Morgan uses in real life, that means Liv Morgan's mother's name, and I love this, is Chi-Chi Daddio. You heard us? Chi-Chi Daddio. I don't care who you are, I don't care what you do, I don't care what your name is. If your name's not Chi-Chi Daddio, it's a worse name than Chi-Chi Daddio. Imagine being Chi-Chi Daddio, the fun you would have. And from the high that was Liv Morgan winning the SmackDown Women's Championship and realizing her mother could well be called Chi-Chi Daddio, we go to the low. That was Adam Pearce coming out, teasing a big announcement. You're in Las Vegas, I want a pure, I'm bald. We're all thinking, could it be John Cena? I mean, who knows? He could have been there. We can't see him, can we? But no, it was Theory, and from that very second where we learned it was Theory, it was telegraphed that Theory was going to win that match because Vince McMahon fancies him, and Vince McMahon probably thinks that Theory is my boy Ty. I just knew they didn't have the bollocks to put that briefcase on Sami Zayn, even though in my humble opinion, Sami Zayn with the briefcase promising to protect Roman Reigns' ooh-woo championship reign while sort of teasing that he might cash in on him before eventually doing so. That was the most interesting thing to do and could have lasted for the whole year if they wanted to. But no, we get Theory, another new star, yes. but just not as good in my opinion, so take that one, aye.
Do 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 SmackDown Pat, what was the line that you just spat?
Maybe not the line that you just spat, Pat, but maybe, just maybe, the drink that you spat out your neck because you broke the frickin' thing. And I'm saying this because after the show went off the air, there is video footage on the Twitter machine of that bum-ass Happy Corbin himself doing an End of Days 2 Pat on the arena floor, and they chose not to show that as part of the pay-per-view, and that for me is a WTF moment. You talk about your Money in the Bank moments, and End of Days on the floor is harder than the hardest part of the ring. Therefore, that would have been a Money in the Bank moment in my world. What could have been, you minge, tease and bastards, you? But that was it for the WTF moments for SummerSlam. That's next month. No, it's at the end of this month. I don't know where I am. That was the WTF moments for Money in the Bank 2022. I have been Ross Tweddle from Cultaholic Wrestling. Like the video, please. Share the video, please. It's the best free way to support Cultaholic Wrestling. If you can't think of a comment to leave down below, I have a pre-prepared one for you. Simply put down here, Bocce Wet Fart isn't a bad wrestler. She just had a bad night at the office. We're all humans, and at the end of the day, we all have bad days at the office. If you can't think of what to write down below, positive or negative, I don't care. It's the interaction we need. Put that comment down there. Did I miss any WTF moments? I hope not. If I did, keep them to yourself. I've been Ross, and I'll see you. I don't bloody know.